Hope you can hear me well. Um, so I'm just gonna be here to do a little collective oracle reading, using my own homemade oracles, and playing cards if we feel like it. Usually we do. If you like how I read this, or if any of this resonates with you, feel free to send me a tip, send a dollar or two, um, in my Cash App or my PayPal, which is in my description. Um, sorry. And the donations would help out a lot, or even requests to do personal readings would help out a lot because I am living off of the alms of the universe. Um, I guess if you guys have been in the community, I said that I was going to talk about like some weird experience I had yesterday that had to do with talking about my spirituality, and I guess I wanted to talk about that really quick right here because I don't know. I thought that it would be a little bit relevant to express to you guys why I do what I do here. Hi, thank you for joining me. Um, and these live readings do get saved and uploaded to my channel, so that's why I also intended to just go through this little bit. I'm sorry if this isn't really regular or if this is too vlogish for you guys, but you guys are like my only friends, so this is like the only place I can express this. But basically, yesterday I learned from hanging around non-spiritual people for like 5 seconds that I think that people like me are just not meant to be, I don't know, like not meant to be outside like that. I don't know. I felt really weird. Um, okay, so sorry if this isn't like, if you guys are waiting for me to go straight into the reading, but I guess I wanted to express this. So I had to go to like some sort of party of some sort for some people like I didn't know at all, and I didn't have any money to spend. I wasn't spending. I wasn't drinking at all either. I was completely sober. I was there to be the designated driver for my partner because I don't drink. Um, I'm solely California sober, and so I was at this party, and this is the first time in a while that I was around a lot of um, outside energies. I actually, for the past few months, I've spent a lot of time indoors reading for you guys. Honestly, I went through a really huge toxic cycle of working for a place that didn't pay me well. I used to want to be a mechanic. Yeah, I did some really different jobs from this, guys. I wore a lot of different hats before I came here. And so, I've never considered doing this reading this cards for you guys, like my job until now. And like I said, because I've been reading for you guys, I haven't really gone out and met like outside people in a while. And yesterday I got an opportunity to do that. And for the first time, I had to express to people like in public, in a large group of people fairly, that I do this on YouTube. And it was really weird. Okay, uh, basically, I'm autistic, so I didn't realize like how socially awkward I was around other adults until like this whole thing went down. But I'm sorry, guys, it's really hard to talk about. But basically, they're like, "Oh, what do you do?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm like kind of like I'm like a YouTube psychic." That's how I express it. And they're like, "Oh, blah blah blah." They just kind of like went into some weird questions about, first of all, about how like, oh, how do you feel about like cultures, trauma on like spirituality, religion? I could honestly, I'm a psychic, so I can tell this person was trying to project some sort of like, like cultural trauma, like when you come from a traditional background and the people, you're somebody who doesn't really believe in religions or faith or spirituality, which I don't discriminate. So I also wanted to express this story is also to help me express to you guys like my ideals too and what I mean for this channel, because it's a really good way, I guess, to say this. But they were just kind of like trying to project on to me a little bit with their words. in some really like hyper academic terminology, like, oh, so like kind of picking and prodding at what I do, kind of like, so like, how do you feel about this? And like, so that's really interesting, you know. So what is it that you do, you know, blah blah blah. And I was like, you know, I read cards, and I actually can read beads and rocks for people. And then this person kind of went in and just was like, well, I had a friend, you know, it's really interesting you said that, because I had a friend who did something similar to you, but they were like a scammer, and they like scammed people and blah blah blah. And then I was like, oh, hold up, you know. And I just kind of got really triggered, and I was just like, I was just kind of like, scammer? Like, are you trying to say I'm a scammer? Are you trying to say, like, in my mind, I was like, are you trying to say that what I do is scamming people? Like, they gave me like such a like condescending tone, like, oh, so do you do collectives? And in that moment, I felt so alone, and I felt so like I know they probably didn't mean it, but like the way they said, like, oh, do you do collective readings? Like, what do you do? It just made me like really look at myself and feel really belittled, like, about what I do, and kind of like, yeah, I do collective readings, like. And they were just trying to say I was a scammer, basically, in front of these, you know, whoever else. Sorry, there's like a little notification, whoever else. And I was just like, you know, they also kind of went into talking about father issues, which is really weird. You know, who does that in a party? But sorry. Anyways, you know, I'm not judging, because I said stuff too about my father. But you know, I said, you know, like, I just went into panic mode and crisis mode, and I just started to say, like, blurt out, like, really awkwardly, well, you know, like, I come from a bloodline of shamans and, you know, psychics, and you know, I didn't get along with these people. They were toxic. I'm not in connection with my family, even though a lot of the skills are passed down. And, you know, when I went into this, my father said, don't do it for money. That's bad karma, or blah, blah, blah. I kind of just slipped into it. I really, you know, I originally, my dreams was to be a Muay Thai fighter. And then I wasted my time working for toxic people who were sabotaging me and now stalking me, gang stalking me. And now I'm doing this, and they didn't even want me to do that. They didn't want me to expand off of this, and now I'm doing this because, you know, why I did it is because when I started to share stuff that came from my own experiences, specific things that when I would say them out loud, the people around me would treat me like I was crazy, like I was confused, gaslighting me constantly. No one was there. No one was there for me to share their story and say it for someone. And be there for them. Be there for them. Validate them, you know? As it is. Say it as it is. No one was there for me. And so when I started to do this on here, and I was a little nervous, and, you know, having that conditioned belief from like the other old psychics, people started to say, this is my story. This is what I'm going through, and thank you so much. Like, people are like telling me they like how I'm sharing what I'm going through, you know, or sharing what other people are going through word for word. And I'm doing it for free. I'm not doing it for I'm not lying to you guys to give me money, you know. Honestly, and I looked at this person in their face, and I said, I'm not a perfect person. I'm not a preacher. I'm just a regular old person that's not perfect, that's just trying to be better. And I found my way through this, and I'm just here to give those stories to those people who also want to find it through this, out of just wanting to be there for people. And I really wish, like, if I wasn't so triggered by this person's really condescending remarks and fake academic terminology to label what my spirituality was. It was like, you know, kind of like a pissing contest, and I was just there to connect with others. And I just, you know, I really wish that I wasn't triggered, so I could tell this person my real job, it's not reading cards for people, it's actually being there for people and validating them. My job is being here for you guys. I really wish that I was able to say that to them, so they could understand like why I do these collective readings, why I want this to be my job. Like I said, I used to want to be a freaking mechanic. What am I doing here, right? Like, you know, obviously I'm guided. Hi. Obviously I'm guided to be here. And thank you so much, guys. And like, I don't mind that you. I don't even care if I'm not getting money from. You know how I talk. You know how the language I use. You know, I don't care if I'm not gonna monetize these videos, get ad on it. I'm here because I want to be here for you guys or people like me before who didn't have someone who was like, you know what, you're not crazy. This is actually happening. That's genuinely what my job is, and I really wish that I told that person like that, but it just became like a really political conversation about like, I don't know, like where religions come from and blah blah blah. You know, I almost went into the whole thing saying how like we all became we were all part of one land. We were all on the Pangea, right? And all of us were all in one place, and then the land split up. We all took a walk, and then the land split up. And so some of us actually have common deities in like different parts of the world, because I genuinely believe we were all connected like that. You know what I mean? And there is so when I was trying to say that too, because I also, they were asking me like, what's your religion? And I was like, you know, I'm like, I guess I'm fairly like Vedic Buddhist, I guess. So, like I came from a Buddhist family, but I also like follow Hinduism. And so because of like my ancestry and the area that I'm from, that's just where it goes back to. You know, Hinduism is before Buddhism. A lot of like deities are just crossed over from India, Thailand, everywhere else. You know what I mean? And so that's how I was trying to explain it to them, and it just I just felt so weird and alone. Just kind of like trying to explain my spirituality to this person, and it was just kind of like, I don't know, you know, I just, it's more than just like, and I also was saying, you know, my collectives are for everyone of any faith. Like, I don't really care. There's people who are Mormon who watch me, and I'm like, all right, like, and there's people who are Christian, Catholic, or like Muslim, you know, people who also follow Hinduism, people who are also Buddhist and so forth, Jewish, and I really don't mind. I really don't care, because I'm just here sharing messages, because across the board we all go through literally crazy shit. And that's literally it. That's like literally what I want my job to be. That's, I feel good doing this, and I know I'm not making a lot from it, but it's just kind of like I just, that was my first time really expressing that out loud to someone with my words outside of the spiritual community, what I do. And I realized like that I kind of sound a little bit like a nut job to some people who really don't get it. I don't know, I thought that they thought I was like some crazy like preacher or some sort of weird like scammer, like some fake guru, and I'm not. I'm just like some regular ass dude who's been through shit and knows that you've been through shit, and I'm just want to be there for you guys. Like, that's it. So thank you for being here for me. And yeah, I'm sorry if that's like my quick little bit about what I went through. And I thought that was also kind of a good opportunity to just kind of look at like, why do I do this, right? Like, why do I read cards? Why do I have the Jungle Collective, you know? Like, and it's just yeah, I just really feel like that. And honestly, it's been a really awesome experience for me, just meeting people. Yeah, coming from a background where I didn't have a lot of friends or family, and obviously, like some of you guys know, I've been through like all this stuff, and some of you guys have been through the same stuff, and it's really like really wholesome and endearing, and I'm really grateful for it. So thank you. There's a lot of talk about God. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. Like, honestly, regardless of where you're from, what you believe, right? Like, I really don't even care if you're not really, like, a spiritual person and you still watch these just because, like, you like the tea or you like the entertainment value. Like, it's still there, you know? I'm not a judgmental person. I'm willing to exist in the same spaces as people who don't believe in everything as me, and that's fine, you know. But I realized from that experience that I don't think I'm just gonna really be sharing my energy with random people anymore. I don't think I'm gonna be really putting myself out there like that anymore. Like, to random people, I'm realizing, like, when I talk out loud and I hear myself, it's like, oh god, like, these people probably think I'm like nuts. But oh shoot, we're all human, exactly. Let me log into my little thing so I can see all of your guys' comments. Well, thank you, Tyrene. Oh yeah. Let me ring the bell. It's kind of chilly in here, so hold on. I'll be right back. Like right back. I gotta close the window. That's why I'm all shaky. Whew. Okay. It's so cold in California, guys. It's like freezing. What's going on? Yeah, some people don't deserve our energy, exactly. I just, I felt like I was just trying. I felt so weird. Like, I just felt extra, I just felt extra autistic being there, honestly. I just felt like hearing myself talk out loud, I was just like, I'm just really embarrassed now. I'm just gonna stop, like, rambling on about this thing that I'm into, because I'm, like, really into my spirituality and, like, just basically doing this, you know? So, of course, I'm gonna talk people's ears off about my collective. Hard to watch us. Honestly, you know what? We need to stop being so hard on ourselves and thinking like, oh, like we're embarrassing. Like, I need to also catch myself on this. I think it's more like we just need to be around the right people who are like on the same level, you know, like the same like interests. Then you guys aren't gonna be tired of like talking about the same thing, you know what I mean? Even though that's like, I mean, it's good to be around different people too, but sometimes like, hello. But sometimes, yeah, exactly. It's like, thank you for showing support, Valkyrie. Yeah, like, I'm learning, you know, I'm just barely learning now to really, like, be more strict with my, oh, sorry, guys. What is going on with my, oh, gosh. Okay, hold on, sorry. Again, another, get my power plugged in. Hi, hold on. I just got a notification that my phone is dying, so let me just check on why it's doing that. Because the bitch is plugged in. Hold on. Okay. I think we're good. Okay. Oh, okay. There's so many interruptions today, guys. I'm so sorry. I feel like there's a little bit of some haters in the chat, not in the chat, but you know, haters on the views probably secretly. It's okay. Hello, haters. Hello. And hello, tribe, first of all. Thank you for being here. All right, so before we get started, I'm gonna start doing the bell. Sorry, I just got texted. I'm in the middle of a reading. Okay, cool. Okay. I feel like an alien too here in Florida, but the older I get, the more I've learned to appreciate my difference. That's very nice. I guess I am like I'm still pretty young in this life cycle that I'm in, so I'm kind of figuring that out just now that I should be more just less concerned about stuff like that, you know? sometimes when you act like yourself, when you are yourself, you are able to attract the right people who aren't going to make you feel like weird. You know what I mean? But, anyways, so the general vibe for this reading is that, first of all, there's like, oh god. So there's going to be like a situation where somebody is going to come around and they're going to pretend like they never snitched on you or fake snitched on you. This person wants to come back around and they want to act like they were either never racist, they were never entitled, they want to act like they were never sneaky, or a snitch. Like this person could have literally snitched on you or made a fake report to the police. And this person right now wants to come around and they want to pretend like they were never a Karen. They want to pull a hello, fellow kids, Steve Buscemi with the skateboard thing on you, basically. And it's like, step away, bitch. Like, no. And this person is wifey in reverse. This could be somebody who just got fucking dumped. This is somebody who is, unhappily single. This is a divorcee. This is somebody whose life is falling apart right now. This is somebody who desperately wants self-care, but they can't. Maybe you guys look like you guys are really taking care of yourselves. I feel like this person tried to make your life a hell. With Robert in reverse, this person wanted to make your life explode, and instead, their life imploded. I feel like this person literally would do things specifically to make you not attend to your self-care. This could be things like making you too tired so you couldn't go to the gym to work out and take care of your body. This could be things like doing things so that enable like a bad diet or your addictions or anything. Just make your life harder so that you would have to cut corners on your self-care. This person has very fake faith with hippie. This person could be light-skinned, but they don't have to be. Also, with this Karen, some of you guys, this person can have a Karen haircut like this. They could have the back tees with bangs, but not necessary. This person uses their spirituality to cover up the fact that they could be a racist, they could be entitled, or they could just be a party pooper. Somebody that is actually behind closed doors, very ingenuine, hateful, they are like the snake. This could be somebody's like fake friend, or somebody that is in your family that is like very, very two-faced. Like gives me a two-faced vibe. Yeah, this person was like really jealous of how you naturally look. You guys could be very naturally beautiful. You guys, some of you guys don't even have to wear makeup. Like some of you guys can go outside without any makeup if you are somebody who wears makeup, and people wouldn't be able to tell you have a natural beauty. Some of you guys have like really good like full hairlines or beards, and you look really good naturally. This person didn't like that. They wanted you to not have a good nutrition. They really wanted you to be without money either. Like they really didn't want you to have money. See, this money sign is in reverse. This person did not want you to have any fucking money. This person wanted people to think that you were an addict and that you were not capable of having money. Okay, I just picked up on it immediately. I just picked up on the story immediately. This person, there could be something to do with an inheritance or some sort of money here, piece of money. It doesn't have to be an inheritance. It could be a raise at a job or a job in general, some sort of opportunity that was supposed to be for you. This person lied and or is lying or is trying to make it seem like you are an addict with hard candy. They wanted to. They could have told someone that you are somebody with addiction problems, but they're actually the ones with addiction problems, to prevent you from seeming eligible for some inherited some sort of job or some sort of opportunity. This opportunity would have helped your life out a lot. Something tells me you guys have actually been through a lot in your lives. You've been through hell and back, and I feel like you're in this energy of dragging, dragging, dragging. You guys have been nothing but selfless with me in reverse. You guys actually are not self-centered at all. You do work for the greater good of all. And this person tried to make it seem like you didn't deserve money, or you didn't deserve whatever job that you had coming in or you have coming in. This person tries to mess up your flow also. They don't like it when you are like literally, like I said, like content, healthy. This person doesn't have a life. So they're trying to do things, or they try to do things to make it so that you can't have like a job, or you can't take care of yourself, because they hated how beautiful you look or handsome you are, literally. That's literally what this is about. This person's a fucking narcissist, and they were so mad that you were more beautiful than them. Literally, what I'm getting from here. There's no other reason. It's all ego. This person can also be like some sort of spiritual leader, or some sort of like I said, like a past, I don't know, not like I said, some sort of like youth group leader, pastor, or somebody who like on the weekends or on the side does like preaching, is a preacher, or does like the soapbox thing where they stand up there and they start passing out pamphlets about Jesus or something. They could be that kind of person. And they tried to use that position to seem more truthful when they were making these lies up about you. Where is my time at? It is 11:21 p.m. Oh, okay. So, whoever this is that's saying this about you, a lot of people are. Oh, okay. This person is hiding. Okay, so whoever this is that said that you don't deserve this money, or you don't deserve to have an opportunity, and said that you're the fucking addict. They're actually hiding their entire like physical. Like this person's trying to buy themselves time, because there's some sort of event where they need to show up. There's an event where there needs to be pictures taken of this person. This person could be somebody who usually is on social media, or maybe they have a Facebook, and they have a lot of friends, and maybe they usually post to it, and maybe there's something about how this person hasn't been posting for a while, maybe for like a year, and there's something about how while they were like in hiding, or shortly before they went into hiding from social media, they said some shit about how you were like a tweaker, or they maybe you guys deal with like mental illness or some sort of like neurodivergent stuff. um you know Not everybody, maybe you just have anxiety, literally just anxiety. And this person would trigger your anxiety, or do things to specifically trigger your personality disorders, your depression, whatever it may be. If you're autistic, they would do things to like literally trigger you, upset you on purpose. And then they would tell people that that was like drug abuse. This reminds me of when that policeman arrested that autistic guy, or that autistic person, for no reason, or like attacked him or assaulted him. because he wasn't able to like express to him that he was autistic, and they were like, "Oh, he's on drugs. We need to shoot him. We need to cuff him up. He's tweaking." And the guy wasn't tweaking. He just had autism. Like he just wasn't able to like communicate like them, for them to, in a way, for them to understand what was like going on. You know what I mean? I'm just making sure it's my notifications. I feel like this is, I'm not saying everybody here is autistic. It's more like if you have depression, like I said, or anxiety, or there's just something that you are, that is a little bit different about you. It doesn't even have to be any of those things. Maybe you're just like different in some sort of way. And this person tried to chalk it up for some reason to drug use. And shortly after they said this about you, because that's a really cruel thing to say about someone, when someone actually deals with something, especially if they're the abuser who is literally triggering them and making that person like really mentally sick, or really like upset, or really depressed or something, and then you're telling people that, oh, it wasn't me, it's because they're addicted to drugs. Like, what a piece of shit you are. You're a really bad person if you do that, honestly. Like, you, instead of helping the person who has the conditions or has the traumas, you're just going around saying, oh, it wasn't me, it's literally, oh, they have a problem, when you didn't have a problem with that, or whatever they said you did not have. And so shortly after they made this lie about you, which was like the last big lie, this could have turned people away from you. This could have actually turned away, like I said, opportunities and inherited something away from you. And there's something about how like this person, shortly like after they said that about you to whoever it was, they started to really dip into their addiction, because I don't think this person actually feels sorry or bad that they lied about you that way. This could be, like I said, somebody with more friends than you, or somebody who was in some sort of position where they might have seemed more believable than you. And there's something about how like they went into hiding immediately because they dipped into like some sort of alcohol addiction, and crack / cocaine. I see cocaine here. This person has like a cocaine addiction, because as you can see here, the nose is a hole. So I see that as like a cocaine addiction, and also a drinking. So this person has like literally spends all their money on coke and drink, and maybe meth, because I saw hard candy here. So this person also smokes meth. Immortal came out for you, so you guys are immortal. Your ancestors are saying that we are immortal. You know, this person tried, I don't know, tried to be you also for some reason, and they ended up looking like a worn out old bag. Because maybe you guys look really young for your age, or you guys look very like just very like happy, healthy, very lively for your age, and this person was jealous of that. So after they lied about you, they really dipped like really hard into their addiction. They don't have their clothes anymore. This person could be on the street. So the reason why this person hadn't been posting for a while is because they got really ugly. I'm seeing like a motel room. This person could be somebody who's living out of a motel room right now. And there's something about their clothes. Like, their clothes aren't the same. If you saw them, you would see that their clothes aren't the same. They're very tattered, dirty, stained. This person could even have like shit stains on their pants. If you see them, like, they could be wearing like dirty, pooped sweatpants, because maybe this person like takes hella drugs and then they like literally shit themselves or something, which is like really gross. And then they like, you know, they wake up somewhere random, and then they just like, I don't know, they go somewhere. This could be that kind of situation, like that this person like got lost after they like literally made up this lie and blamed your the trauma maybe this person actually added to your life. I feel like this person is one of the reasons why you have some of these traumas or some of these triggers or some of these, like, you know, these things that you deal with mentally. This person could be one of those factors that contributed to that. And so for that, I don't know what this is trying to say. Like, for that, they just decided to get really into meth. Like, I don't know. They just, like, lied about you. They said, like, oh, this person is addicted to drugs and they're delusional, blah, 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 you know, because they deal with mental illness. And then they decided to go lock themselves into a motel room and then, like, drink a bunch and then, like, take a lot of drugs. And then they woke up on, like, day 7 of the bender and they went into the motel bathroom and they looked in the mirror and they saw that they look like this now. They went from this entitled Karen who is, you know, has their hair done from Supercuts or wherever, and their shirt is clean and they can wear their sunglasses and they can call the police and maybe the police might believe them, and then they went and looked like this. Now they look like the fucking crypt keeper. Sorry. Now they look very sickly. They probably look like they lost a lot of weight or gained a lot of weight, but I see this more as lost a lot of weight. They look like their faces look really old. Like, they look really fucked up, like really badly. I don't think it's it's irreparable. It's irreparable damage to their face, whatever they did to it. It's very dehydrated, it's very messed up, very overaged. This person fucked up. Now they can't take any more pictures. This person could be an influencer of some sort or somebody who shows their face. Hi, babe. This is somebody who shows their face, like, on the internet a lot to, like, a lot of people. This could be somebody who, like, could live stream. Like, maybe they could even be a Twitch streamer. I heard this could be somebody who's a Twitch streamer who, like, everyone has to see their face to do their job when it has to do with internet or some sort of social media presence. They could be a social media influencer or some sort of, like, YouTuber, Instagram model, something that they do where people have to see their face. They could even be like a singer. This could be like some sort of influencer singer, like rapper, and, you know, they have to show their face right at the show. Yeah, so they went on a bender, and after that bender of, like, doing all the drugs that they said you were doing, they ended up looking, like, really ugly, and it's not repairable. And there's something about how, like, they could be, like, photoshopping themselves, like, severely to keep their job. If this is, like, somebody who does some sort of influencer job, not everybody, it could be, like, it could be, like, that they work from home and, like, they have to talk to their boss, or even, like, just going into their job. Like, this could just be a regular retail job where maybe they used to look like the most attractive at the job, you know, at the workplace. And now they fucking don't. Now they're all worn out. Like, they can't show up to prostitution. Oh my god. Yeah, you know, maybe they're a prostitute and they can't be a prostitute anymore because there's something up with their face, like they can't sell. Maybe they're a dancer, you know, maybe they could be a dancer and like they don't get a lot of requests for dances. They don't get a lot of people flagging them down because they messed up their face. After talking about how maybe you guys were going through something, like maybe you guys were really, like, you were going through a lot of spiritual attacks or a lot of, like, stalking, and it was really hard for you to sleep at night. You know, you had a lot of sleepless nights, you had a lot of anxiety, and it really affected your appearance, made you look really stressed. And this person took advantage of that. And this person could be the one who made you be the target. This could be the person who actually was one of the people who targeted you, that actually attacked you. And on top of that, they looked at they liked that you looked ugly from being stressed, because this person's a piece of shit. And they went and took advantage of that and said, yeah, they're on, they're not, because of their autism, they didn't even say you're autistic, or they didn't say you're depressed. They didn't say that you had bipolar disorder, or that you actually deal with things and that they were constantly triggering you. No, of course they left out that detail. This piece of shit person just said that you're a crackhead, when in reality this person's the crackhead, and you could see it on their face. They look like a pile of poo that came out of a dog's ass. So it's like nasty as fuck. That's what this person looks like. Over there smoking their meth pipe and saying that after they could have done stuff to you that literally, made your life so hard. Like, this doesn't even have to be someone who works with you. This could be somebody like you live with. Like, this could be like a roommate, right? And maybe you have to go to work tomorrow at 5 a.m. Maybe you guys have to, maybe you guys are in college, and maybe you guys have an exam, at 6, and you got to go to sleep. This person, knowing that you have a condition, knowing that you're somebody who has a hard time maybe expressing yourself, or, yada, 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 they're the kind to throw a party and make it so it's so hard for you to be ready for work the next day, or do things to trigger you, like literally be like in your face, like inconsiderate, like literally like step on your toes in your face with whatever you are doing, just to delay you, and just because you looked prettier than them. Like, this person does weird shit. Like you could literally say, like, hey, my Amazon package is coming in, at 12 p.m. today. I'm going to be at work. Can you bring it in for me? This roommate of yours, or whoever it is, they're not going to bring it in for you. They want to sabotage you. They do it in a passive aggressive way, not to your face. Like I said, like, this could be somebody who throws a party. It's the kind of person, if it's not your roommate, it's the kind of person who is like, they'll throw a party knowing that you have work tomorrow, or that, you have to do this and that. Or like, if this is a friend, they're the kind to, like, I don't know, set you up for failure, put you in situations where they know it's going to go against you, but it's like for their benefit or something like that, I heard. They know you're going to fail, and then they just don't care. So people are starting to see the truth now. Very soon, this is all telling me right now that the first half of the truth has been shown. So I'm going to tell you there's two parts to the truth. The first half to the truth is that you guys are not hyphy. Hyphy in reverse. You guys are not ratchet. You guys are not out here shaking your ass everywhere. You guys actually have to go home. You got to sleep from 9. You got to sleep at 9 p.m. You guys got to go to work for some of you guys. I mean, it's 11:37, so obviously some of you guys don't do that. Or wherever you guys... But the truth is, you guys are pretty chill. You're not out here tweaking. You guys are, getting your life together. Maybe if you guys used to have an addiction problem, you definitely, have it more under control, or you guys are just definitely working on your bag, working on how to get your money together, working on how to get your mind right. If you guys don't need to worry about that, there's something about how you guys are kind of in your work mode right now. You guys are in your steel locomotive, I heard. I'm sorry, I like watching fights. So steel locomotive, I heard. You guys are taking punches and you're just moving through. It's very obvious that you're very focused, you're very dedicated, and you're very you're not out here having parties, you're not out here drinking, you're not out here maybe if you guys have kids, somebody could have tried to say that you drink around your kids a lot and that you are irresponsible. But people are seeing that that is not the truth, like, because it looks like you have, if you do, not everybody, but if some of you guys do have kids, you know, it looks like you are very involved in your children's lives. Like you could have like 2 to 3 kids, and it looks like you are very involved. Like you could post a lot of pictures with them. Not that I'm saying that's like proof, but like maybe like it's very obvious that your life is very ingrained with your kids. Like they're in every corner of your life. Like you're very like intersected into your children's lives, like in a healthy way. And you don't, it looks like you don't have time to be drinking anymore, you don't have time to be partying anymore. You look very focused on trying to get a better job to provide for your family or yourself, um, or try to get more money. These people try to, okay, so I heard these people, so this is more than one person. This tried to get multiple people against you. They tried to corner you in. They tried to say that you were a fake spiritualist. If you guys are like some sort of like Reiki healer, or you guys sell some sort of service that has to do with spirituality, they tried to say that you were fake. They tried to say that you're a scam. If you're not somebody who does that, I see this as like you provide some sort of service. That is, it could be like yoga or like house painting. I heard private contractor. They wanted to say that you were a scam, that you overcharge for your services, that you're actually not real, or that you're not good at what you claim to be good at on your resume, and that people shouldn't hire you. You're a liar, they tried to say. Now they look like they look gross. They look really ugly. They look like tofu. And they can't, I don't know, there's something about how like it's very obvious now that they do drugs. Like whoever this is that tried to like say that you were the tweaker, it's now become very apparent that like if they were to go outside, it's really sad. It's kind of giving me a sad vibe. It's like if they go to the store or something, I feel like people would definitely give them kind of the look. People would definitely might feel uncomfortable around this person, or might not even know if they're sober or not, just based off of how their face is, unfortunately. Like they look very deranged. They look very like sick. They look very ill, almost like a leper. Like it's something wrong with their skin, like something very wrong. Ooh, confirmation. There's something oozing out of their face. I'm sorry if that's disgusting, guys. There's like something. There's like there's like dry. I'm seeing like dryness and then cuts from the dryness, and then like stuff coming out. Not like, you know, it's really gross. Like they're bleeding on their face from the dryness. It's like they literally look like a leopard. There's like peeling. I see maybe burning. They know that if they were to take another picture and put it onto social media without photoshopping it, people would know the truth that they're the one who's actually addicted to meth and coke, crack, and drinking, and whatever else there is here, and that you are the one who's been focused this entire time. This could be somebody who could have tried to put a lot of the work on you before. This could be somebody who wanted you to do all the work for them, and while they went out to secretly drink. This is somebody who secretly would have an addiction while you did all the work. Yeah. This person's very okay. This person tried to say that you're too slow. They tried to say that you were stupid and that you were slow. But now people are seeing that they're the slow one.